welcome back to Better You. I'm your host, Cynthia Thompson. If you all have been watching my show, you know that I enjoy having people come on my show demonstrating the things that they do well. Because a lot of times they're not things that I do well. Well, today you're in luck. I have someone here from Nigeria that has been in the United States for a few years, and he's going to fix us a Nigerian dish. And I am so excited because I often wondered, what do they fix and can I do it? So my guest today is, you have to say, Emeka.
Yes.
And he's going to prepare for us a dish. Now, before we get started talking about our dish and preparing our dish, tell us just a few things about yourself.
My name is Emeka, of course. I am from Nigeria, from the eastern part of Nigeria, the Igbos. Been in the U.S. for 20-something years.
Wow, that's a long time.
You know, yeah, I have 3 boys. You know, 20, 16, and 17, soon to be 18 next month. Have a couple of degrees. You know, I have a master's degree in hospitality and tourism.
Wow.
I have a culinary degree from CPCC. I have a management degree from Strayer University.
You're busy.
And I'm a few classes away removed from having my master's in public administration.
That is great.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, let's go ahead and fix our dish. What are you going to prepare for us today?
I am going to do our Nigerian version of jollof rice.
What?
Jollof rice.
Jollof rice.
Jollof rice. Jollof rice. Yes.
Rice.
Yes. Here we can call it curry. Curry chicken. American version might be what you call the red rice. Red rice, but we blend the instead of using curry powder, we use the real curry leaves.
Curry leaves?
Curry leaves, yes, straight from Africa.
Wow.
Yes.
So
we have to import it from Nigeria.
What is the first thing that we need to do? The
first thing we have to do is turn this a little bit high. So bring it to temperature. You know, and then this is onions. Little slice, dice. You can cut it up any way you want. There's no particular way to do it. I'm gonna wait for this to heat up a little bit. And then these onions will go in.
So this dish is from Nigeria, and why is it a Nigerian dish? What sets it apart from any other
What sets it apart is this right here, my curry leaves.
Curry leaves.
For here, they use curry powder, but we use curry leaves.
Is it possible for us to buy that here in Charlotte?
I'm not sure because I brought this with me. And we cannot, the funny thing is that you cannot bring this in here fresh.
You can't?
They wouldn't let you bring it in fresh because they're afraid of us growing it here. So it has to be dried and all that. But that's what makes it. And again, I was going to incorporate, normally we can incorporate fish, dry fish in here. But thanks to my wife, she don't want the smell of dry fish. So there's no fish in the thing. But this is what sets it apart. It's authentic. And then the chicken that we use, we don't eat the regular store chicken. We like to eat hen.
Hen.
Hen, which in America here we call it free range chicken. Free range chicken. That's what this is. That's hen. You have to cook it longer than your regular chicken.
So I see that you put some oil in here before we even started taping the show. What type of oil did you use? I
like to use olive oil. You know, again, myself, being of a middle age, I like to use healthy things for when I'm cooking. Yeah, so I don't use, like when I use our red oil, I like to use red oil cholesterol free.
Okay.
You know, so it sets you apart from the regular red oil and stuff like that. So I just look for healthy things to help me. Again, I'm on the heavy side, so I watch what I eat and what I do.
I think our pan might be ready, so let's get started. So we put our onions in first.
First, you gotta put the onions. You know, normally I would like to caramelize this, but I'm not gonna be able to. We're not gonna have the time to go through all that. Forgive me about this one. I put this in here the first time. Thought we were starting because she started asking me questions. I'm thinking we're about to go. not knowing that we start yet. So
yeah,
that's
we
why
were just practicing earlier.
Exactly. This is my first time doing this, so
you're doing.
That's
fine.
why you have that black one in there, baby.
That's gonna give it a little extra.
Yeah, you know. Normally, I will do this, and what's gonna happen is it's gonna sweat. It's not gonna be able to brown up like this. But it will make the onion sweat, so it will stay a little thick and fluffy instead of dry.
Oh, okay. So you have to make sure you cover it.
You cover it, yeah. It depends on what you're looking for. You know, either you want to fluff it or you want it to dry. If you want to brown it, you don't have to cover it. In the culinary program, they call it caramelization, to caramelize the onions. But I'm not going to do that. You know? So that's good. If I had my garlic, like I said, I probably would have thrown my garlic in here right now.
Yeah, garlic is good and gives it a little extra, doesn't it?
Yes, I love garlic. I do a garlic and ginger I use for.
If you were using garlic today, would you use the fresh cloves or the minced or the dry?
I use minced garlic. Now the ginger, I buy whole ginger. I grate them myself. And I actually drink it as tea.
Oh, really?
Yes, I do ginger, some specialty that I buy from the Chinese place, lemon and honey. You just brew it on the stove. Again, age is not on my side, so I try to do things to help me. And they also energizes you. So with this here right now, I'm gonna throw this.
And what is this?
This is diced tomatoes.
Okay.
Diced tomatoes. Just to have a little texture too.
Okay.
To that. So I'm gonna put this in here.
Now what we're preparing right now is just a sample, but if you wanted to fix one for like your family, about how much diced tomatoes would you put in? Maybe a cup?
I would do about say 16 ounce or 32 ounce cup. You know, one of the diced and one of the puree.
Oh, okay.
Mix it up together because again I have men in my house and
so you had to fix a lot.
Yeah, they're beasts, you know, so you gotta make sure they eat.
You know what? We're gonna take a short break while our vegetables are cooking. When we come back, we're gonna add the rest, okay? All right.
How you doing? My name's Steve. My family's lived in this neighborhood for years. Recently, things got so tight, we had to go to our local food bank for help. I lost a lot of sleep worrying about what the neighbors might think. That is until I saw them there, too. How'd I do, Steve?
A little stiff. You could have done a little better.
What? Come on. You know, I have an Academy Award.
Yeah, but not for playing me.
Play a role in ending hunger. Visit feedingamerica.org/hunger and find your local food bank.
2 outs with a runner on first base. Now the big guy comes up to bat, hitting .342 with 92 RBIs and 36 homers.
Chill raw and prepared foods promptly. 1 in 6 Americans will get sick from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
Hi, welcome back to Betty. I'm your host, Cynthia Thompson. We just took a short break, and I'm trying to cook too. He said he's going to give me some cooking classes. I don't know. I might be a tough student. But anyway, while we were on break, we were going to let this cook down some. And the reason why you had told me on break why we need to cook this down some is why?
Why we do this for most tomatoes when you do this is to get away the acid. Because there are people that have heartburns from acid from tomatoes. So to get that out, you actually have to cook this. Normally, when we do dry sauce, you got to cook this until it's reduced half of this.
You know, I know we started off with olive oil, the onions, the chopped tomatoes, and tomato paste.
Yes, tomato paste.
If by chance we wanted to add some green, red peppers in there, could we do that?
You can. I'm gonna add this is yellow pepper.
Oh, yellow pepper.
Yellow pepper. This here is hot. It's not like the
jalapeno. No, not hot like that.
This is hot, but it's not like bell peppers.
Okay.
No, this is hot.
Oh, so what kind of pepper is this again?
This is yellow pepper.
Yellow
you get
pepper.
this from like Compare Food or African store.
Okay.
And the thing is that you can get anything you can get from African store, you can get from Compare Food.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes. But then,
Or from any other grocery store.
not from any other grocery store. And then when it gets to the things that we used to cook our soups, you might not be able to get the goosey and the one and the other, but anything else, like when you go to some Compare Foods, they have an aisle for African food. International aisle. And you can buy some of these things.
That's good
from
to
there,
know.
you know?
I noticed that we hadn't put any spices in. Is that the next step?
That's what I'm going to add right now is my meat.
And you said this is hen,
This
right?
is hen, yeah. This is what the Americans call free-range chicken.
Okay.
It cooks longer than your regular chicken.
And so I see that's already prepared. How would we prepare that?
I will do this, first of all, I buy them whole. I buy the whole chicken myself, and I will cut this up. I cut the whole chicken again. If we had the time, I would do all that. I cut up the chicken, and then I believe in seasoning my chicken as well. So I have onions in here. I have whole onions. I have the garlic, minced garlic. I have accent or bouillon. I have to add it. Just the stock from this, you can make anything. You know, so I'm gonna add this in here.
And so you boil that?
Boil it, not.
Or
yes.
did you bake it?
Boil this.
Boil
if you
it.
bake it, it will be caramelized. Boiled for. Excuse me.
Until it's done.
Yes, it takes about probably 30 minutes or longer.
Ooh, that really does look good. And so once you put the chicken in, how long do you need to let it cook?
I'm gonna do it. This is about 5-6 minutes because the chicken's already cooked.
Oh.
Everything here, basically what we're doing now is assembling the items because the majority of them are already cooked. This is where my water comes in. I had some stock, but because I had to do the ones I'm bringing to you guys, I didn't bring the chicken stock.
Okay.
Normally your chicken stock will go in, which you got from boiling the chicken.
Okay. That's gonna calm it down a little bit, huh?
Yes. And we're gonna let this simmer a little bit.
Do we need to cover it?
Yeah, hold on. Excuse me. Yeah, we'll let this simmer.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
This is my job.
Normally this will go for about 5-6 minutes until you see it start boiling and coming through. Then we will add
the rice.
And then that's when all the spices and everything will go in, and we give it for about another 5 to 10 minutes, depending on how much water you have in the rice. Go ahead.
You know what? Since we have to let this simmer for a few minutes, let's take a short break. And when we come back, we're going to finish this up.
You're the boss, baby. We're here for you. All right.
Oh, those boys are much too much. Those boys are much too much. We got the spirit. We're hot. We can't be stopped. We got the spirit. We're hot. We can't be stopped. We're going to beat them and bust them.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life.
Let's get a little bit rowdy. R-O-W-D-Y.
Take time to be a dad today. Call or visit fatherhood.gov to learn more.
In the small town of Elmira, New York, a boy was born into an all-American family. The odds of him achieving his dream in the fashion industry? 1 in 23 million. The odds of having a child diagnosed with autism? 1 in 88. I am Tommy Hilfiger, and my family is affected by autism. Learn more at autismspeaks.org/signs.
Back to A Better You. I'm your host, Cynthia Thompson. I'm here with a Nigerian chef, and he is preparing a meal that we can make here in America. It sounds so simple. I think maybe I can do this.
I know you can.
But
30 minutes.
I don't know. 30 minutes?
Yeah.
So before we went on break, we put in the olive oil to start out with, the onions, the tomatoes, the yellow pepper, and tomato paste. and the hen or farm fresh chicken, right? Farm raised chicken.
Yeah, free range.
Free range
yes.
chicken into our dish. So what's our next step?
The next step will be, if you will do me taking that out.
This is my job.
Okay. Now I'm gonna add the rice, which is
So is this just regular rice that you can buy, Uncle Ben?
regular rice, Uncle Ben's. Yes, ma'am.
Regular rice.
Normally I like to use a whole grain rice, but I couldn't find any for.
But you can use whole grain, white, brown. It doesn't matter.
Whatever rice that you have that you like. Yes, ma'am. You know. Now I'm gonna.
Yeah, I was about to ask you, when we're going to add in our spices, and what's this spice you're adding in?
This is accent.
Accent.
Yeah, this is more like, you know, my...
A seasoning salt?
Yes.
And I bet when you've been making it as long as you have, you don't measure, huh?
I don't measure, no.
You just like...
That's why I don't test my food, because I know that it's right.
You know that it's right?
She will tell you, I don't test it.
You meaning your wife and your family?
My wife and family, yes.
And this is the dry...
This is curry.
Curry.
This is curry. Actually, one time when they did the... I remember when the Panthers played here for the only time they went to the Super Bowl, they had to fly this fresh curry in from India.
Oh,
because
really?
you can't find it here, yeah.
Wow.
They had to fly it in to cook for the big guys.
Can you order it online?
I don't know. The Indians have one. They have one at the Indian stores, but it's not like us. The leaves that they have is a little tough.
Oh, they are?
Yeah, than what we have. See the specks of the the leaves.
Yeah, and it gives it. And this spice is.
This is my seasoned salt.
Oh, seasoning salt.
Yes.
And you just stir it, right?
Yes.
This is what I'm good at in the kitchen. So tell me, in Nigeria, I know you've been in the United States for a long time, but surely you haven't forgotten the way it is there. In a normal family, who would be preparing this meal? Would you be preparing it, or would your wife be preparing it?
My wife will be preparing it, and so we can be on the clear. I go home at least once or twice a year. But I haven't been this year because my mother is here. But I do travel, so I stay informed on what is going on in Nigeria. But in Nigerian homes, the wife prepares it. But due to the advent and the change of the Western culture, things are beginning to change. Whoever is home first, let's prepare the food. Now the wife works, the man works. So if you get home before me, get in the kitchen and prepare the food for your husband. And if the husband gets home, prepare for the wife.
That's a good thing, isn't it?
You know, it is a good thing. You know, but back home, traditional back home, still in Africa, they're not doing it though.
Oh, really?
Yes, the man is still waiting for the wife to. Even when he's starving, I'll be telling them, I say, man, you're not hungry, because if you're hungry, you go in the kitchen and fix your food.
Yeah.
That's never an issue for me, because I cook it whether I even went, So in the normal home, the wife cooks.
You know, I know we made this simple dish. What are some other dishes that are native to Nigeria that's not prepared here?
We have, I know you've heard about yams.
Yes.
Not your, maybe, what's your...
The sweet potato?
Well, again, that's not the yams.
Oh, that's not a yam.
No, we have African traditional yam, which is one of the things I thought about doing. We do yam and beans, like the black eyed peas. You know, we can provide. It's a one dish. It's a one-pot dish that you can do fried beans with plantain. You know, you can also do. Our favorite one is the soup the egusi soup.
The what soup?
Egusi.
Egusi.
Egusi, yes. E-G-U-S-I. Egusi soup or the ogbono soup. And it goes with the fufu.
Fufu? What is fufu?
Fufu is a dish that we eat by hand. You know, you have a bowl of soup and you have a fufu dish that's made more like mashed potatoes, but the consistency is a little thicker than mashed potatoes. So you can actually roll it with your hands and dip it in the soup. For a traditional African man or an Igbo man like me to really feel like it's eating good, you gotta have to lick your fingers. That's why my nails stay cut all the time. You cut your fufu, you roll it, you dip it in the soup, and you swallow, and you suck your fingers. You feel like you're doing well.
Oh.
We also believe in a lot of pepper soup, which is like chicken pepper soup, goat pepper soup, oxtail, beef, fish. You know, we do different ethnic dishes, you know. So it depends on what time of the day and what you feel like doing.
You know, tell me, I know our dish is almost done. I want to ask you a question. What do you think about the American food compared to the Nigerian food? Which one is the best?
If they can let things grow natural like it should, food is food. They're everywhere. You get the same thing you get here, you get it in Africa. The difference in Africa is Africa, we farm by the season. So everything that you cook traditionally go from 1 year to another before you harvest. So here in America, things are harvested like 5 times before the year is over. So the fertilization and everything is the problem that we have. Other than that, food is the same everywhere. You know, so that's why I was telling you the last time, like to make a pot of soup like this, a nice pot of, you're looking at about $60, $70. Yeah.
But it lasts a long time.
You know, well, it depends on how you eat. Somebody like me, maybe a week. Yeah, you know, maybe a week. Yeah, because again, remember, somebody has to pay to import them into the country.
Right.
You know, unless I travel to Nigeria and then I bring some, and then I didn't have to pay that much money. So, but yeah, I work in a fast food, and I don't do fast food that much. I like to sit down and eat.
You know, let's take a short break. When we come back, I think this is going to be ready for me to taste. What you think?
Yes.
Okay. We're going to take a short break. We'll be right back.
All right, boys.
Know what?
What?
Since I got adopted, I've learned a lot about these humans.
I know. I mean, check out these two. It's Flirt City over here.
Yeah, I noticed that. It looks like my human is definitely into your human.
Oh, look! I think she's getting his number.
Nice.
Your human's got some sweet moves.
Takes after his dog. Oh, look, they're doing that thing where they put their arms around each other.
She kicked up a leg. It's like in the movies.
That's awesome. Looks like we're going to be hanging out a little bit more.
The average text takes your eyes off the road for nearly 5 seconds.
Welcome back to Better. I'm your host, Cynthia Thompson. Now I'm here with our Nigerian cook, and we've already prepared the dish, and this is called
Jollof rice.
Jollof rice.
Jollof rice.
Jollof rice.
Jollof.
Now with the magic of TV, we prepared it for you already, and this is what it would really look like. And you said that you do something different with this than you did here. Here you just showed us how the steps to go through to make it. If you were making this at home, how would you do it differently?
As you can see from here, I bake this. I finish this in the oven. I will do it, start it up the same way I started here. And then once I add the water to it, I'm going to transfer it into my baking dish and put enough water, which is 2 times. If you have a cup of rice, it's going to be 2 cups of water. And the secret is that your water has to boil. For you to put it in the oven, you got to start it in here, let it boil. Your water has to boil. Then you put it in here, put it in the oven.
What's going on? Just make sure it's on a hard drive. We'll be fine. We're going to start over.
He said don't start over. You can go forward. You'll just have to edit it in, he said.
Easier said than done.
What did you lose?
It won't take us long because we're done. We're closing. Okay?
So what you do, you starting over?
Yeah, I'm like, welcome back from commercial break.
Camera back on you.
Yeah, we're closing, yeah. I'm not talking about starting from the beginning. All right?
Just start talking. You start talking first.
Hi, welcome back to Better You. I'm your host, Cynthia Thompson. I'm here with my Nigerian cook. Now, we've already prepared this for you, but with the magic of TV, we have a dish that we're showing you what it would look like if you prepared it at home. This is how you start, but this is how you end up, right?
Yes.
So after you prepare it here, what do you need to do to put it in the oven?
I would normally, like I said, I would normally start it off here. Once I have everything incorporated into the pot, I will transfer it into one of my baking pans. And then wrap it up with a nice tight foil and put it in the oven. The oven should be set to like 400. You know, and you have to make sure that it's preheated before you put it in there. You know, preheated 30 minutes or less. And the secret to it, if you want to bake your rice, is that the water has to boil. So for you to even put this to the pot, you gotta have a boil. You gotta have it here. We start boiling first, and then you transfer it in here, spread it out. And what I normally do is I will just go add my rice to the pan, to this pan here, and now you don't have to cook it either. You don't even have to pre-cook the rice. You know, just add your rice to the pan. Put your water and everything in here, let it boil. Once it boils, the normal size amount of water for the rice. Put your rice in the pan, pour this boiled condiments and everything into your baking dish, spread it, mix it up rightly, and then wrap it tightly with the foil and stick it in the oven for 30 minutes. The secret again is your water has, this on the stove has to boil.
Okay.
212 degrees, then you pour it in here, wrap it up.
And you're ready to go.
Stick it in the oven, preheated, 400 degrees, 30 minutes you'll be eating.
So I can taste it right now?
Yes.
Because I worked hard on this. Oh, and I see the different colors of tomatoes, the, that's good. Thank you for coming. That is really good. And I want to thank you for coming.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much.
Thank
I
you.
had so much fun.
Thank you.
And I want to thank each and every one of you for watching my show, A Better You, here on Public Access 21 every Wednesday night at 6 p.m. I'm getting ready to dig in.
Please
you don't mind
do that.